So want to speak me in Telugu also, I will speak, okay? In
Okay.
Hindi,
Okay.
Telugu and English as well. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
So
sir.
let me know if you are comfortable with that. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So this is a demo class. I just want to introduce like what is ETL. Okay. So why the ETL is introduced. Okay. What are the tools we use in a ETL. Okay.
Okay.
And what is the purpose of this tool? So we are going to look into. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So first, let me know all of you like what is ETL means. Do you know anything like about ETL?
Extract transforming load, sir.
Yes, good. Extract, transform, load. So why we need extract, why we need transform, and why we need load? Transform and load. Okay. So
Okay.
why we need these things? What we know, what we do these things. Okay. So I just explain why we have to do the ETL process. Then we'll do with the we'll go with the tools which we are going to work with this ETL process and what are the course content we cover as part of the ETL testing. Okay. So suppose like imagine like any like if you imagine like this is the web application or a standalone application which you are working something. Suppose if you imagine that some applications will be there in a web application, right? Suppose Gmail, if you take a Gmail or a Facebook or a Instagram, right? Where you are going to sign up something and you are going to be register something, or if you go with the banking project, right? Banking applications, like when you took a application, when you took an account from the bank, you have to register online, right? So there you are going to do some sign up things. Okay, you have to do the registration part. Okay, here you enter some data. Okay, something like that. Say here, you enter your first name, you enter your last name. Okay, sorry, you enter your last name and whatever the mobile number, whatever the all the address details. So these things, whatever the current city you are resides. Okay, so these things you enter in a web application. Okay, so this is what like a web application. So once you enter the data, so you will have one house. You will have some button like it is a submit button. We can say. Okay. Once you submit this, right? So once you submit this data, whatever you enter, whatever the customer entered data, this data will be moved to the database. Whatever the database, like okay, it is Oracle, Teradata, MySQL, whatever the database. So according to the client requirement. Okay, so this data will be moved to the database. This is called relational relational database management. Okay, this is called relational database management. Whatever you do, so మీరు application లో ఎంటర్ చేసిన డేటా కానీ వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్ లో స్టాండర్డ్ application, even it is a standalone application, whatever the data you enter into the UI side, that will be stored into the database. Okay, this is done. Okay, so if you take a bank account, you did some transactions, whatever the transaction you enter in the application side, that stores in the database side. Okay, end of the month, end of the month. So you want to get some report, transaction statement. Okay, that statement, how we are going to generate, that is the matter. Okay, that is what how we going to generate that report based on the ETL purpose. So once you load the data from the web application to the this database, from here to here, we will have a one staging area. Okay, from here, we will load the data into the data warehouse. Okay, so from this is what like a relational database management. Once data is loaded here, this data will be moved to the, this is called as a staging area. Okay, for the data warehouse, this is called as a staging area. Okay, this is also a database. Okay, so what we do, whatever the data we have, we just do the copy paste, just like a copy of this entire data into the staging area. From here, we load the data to the data warehouse. This is called data warehouse. Okay, this is called data warehouse, also known as a DWH we saw. Okay, so whatever the process we do from this relational database to staging area to data warehouse, this process is known as a ETL, extract transform loop. Okay, this process known as a extract transform loop. So this staging area, why we need a staging area? See, we will get a continuous insert, update, delete operations here. Okay, so suppose you created a data, or suppose you created a account that is going to be a transaction like insert, we call it as. Okay, and if you did some transaction after creation, you did credited, you debited some amount. Okay, that is called update transaction. Okay, and if you don't want this account anymore in your bank, that is going to be a delete operation. So these type of transaction regularly happen from the application to the relational database. Okay, so while doing this, if you are doing some if you are doing some changes, if you are want to some data load from to the data warehouse side, it will impact the performance of your application. Sometimes you might have seen like server down. Okay, so while you do the withdraw money from the ATM, you will see the server down. You will ATM machine is not working, out of service, something like that. That is the process. That is the problem with this relational database. Some crash will be happening. Some performance issue is there in the relational database. Because of that, what we do, the entire data will be loaded into the staging area. From here to we load the data into the database. So why we need this stage reports and all those things? Suppose I will go with some example. Okay. Suppose imagine in your area, one kirana shop or grocery shop will be there. He has some new business. Okay. He had in a new business in your area. Okay. He mentioned all the items, whatever the product, whatever the items he had in his business. Okay. So one day one customer came to him and he asked for the one product that is called as a product one. Imagine this is a product one. They ask for the one product one. Okay, this product is not available in the this shop. Okay, so here what this product owner, whatever the business owner do, he do some notes, he makes some notes like this product one is not available in my shop, so I want to buy, I want to available, I want to make sure this product one should be available to the next customer. So what he do, end of the day, he purchase this item from the whatever the online store, whatever the wholesale shop, right? He purchase the item and he make sure that this product is available in your shop. So next day, we have this same customer. He asked for the same product one. Okay, this product is available. Okay, he give it to the customer. He made some business. Okay, and the next day, again there is a two customers. One customer choose the product and took the product, and again the next customer too, he came for the same product. Then the business owner realized that, okay, we required this product again, like we require two products for the customers. So what did this business owner like make the note like, I want to make sure that the next day the product one types like product one, 10 products should be available in my shop. So he make the note and end of the day, he again purchase this product one as a 10 items, and he makes sure that these items are available in this mart in the shop. Okay. And then day three, again, we have 15 customers for the same product. Okay. Then what the business owner do? Okay, again, this product has a lot of demand in this area. So I have to make sure that this product one should be available like 30 items should be available in our shop or something, like grocery item, whatever. Okay. So in this process, this business owner, what he did a like analysis of his business. Analysis of customer requirement by making a note in his book. Right? So this is how the analysis made by the business owner in a small shop. Okay. In case of the big business, in case of the insurance companies, in case of the bankers, in case of the like health insurance, health organizations, how did they make the business analysis? How they want to know the customer requirement? How they want to know is requirement for the employees? How they want to know how the product should be available in the which area the product should be available. If you take a DMart, okay, this DMart will be available in KPHB, and in this DMart will be available in other area like Y Junction, something like that. Okay, in these areas, this DMart has different branches, but they want to analyze how the customer wants the product to be purchased from this DMart, like whatever the product they are demanding from this area. So they want to analyze these things. With to analyze those things, they want some certain reports. Even for the customer, they want to facilitate some reports. Suppose if you take a bank, so they want to facilitate some report statement for the end of the month. What is your bank statement? They want to send a mail to the Gmail. So how they want to send? So whatever they do, whatever you did the things, like whatever you enter the data in the application side, even in a DMart, right? While you purchase, they will enter your phone number, right? They will all the purchase items they will enter in the website. Okay. Based on that, your phone number, this customer needed these things. Okay, that type of analysis they do. Okay, so those data will be entered from application to this relational database. That is what insert, update, delete operations will be happen regularly. Based on this data, we do some analysis. To do the analysis on the same database, it is not possible because we do the insert, update, delete operations regularly. So that is what we copy this data into the staging area. Okay. From this staging area, we load the data into the data warehouse by using the ETL process, extract, transform, load. Okay. Once data is loaded, okay, fine. This data warehouse is also a SQL part. Okay, we will use the Oracle or Teradata, whatever the MySQL, the databases we have used. Here, this is also a Oracle. Okay, we can use the Oracle database, and this is staging area. Also, we will use the Oracle, and the target. This is also called as a target or data warehouse. Here, we can use the whatever the database. Okay, this is Teradata. Sorry, Teradata and whatever Microsoft SQL, whatever the database. Okay, MS SQL. Okay, so that is what the target will be. Okay, once data is loaded into data warehouse, as a technical person, you have a good knowledge in the SQL part, so you can write your SQL code. That is fine. But some case, some customers do not have the knowledge of the writing the SQL part. So how did they want to know? So even if you go with the towns, if you go with the bankers, right? Whoever working on the banking side, right? So they don't know the SQL part to write query. They just enter some dates and they want to get the statement in the printer. Okay. And that statement they want to show to the customer. So that is how we want to, based on this data, whatever the data we have in the data warehouse, based on this data, we want to generate the reports. So after this, we have a tools like business intelligence tools. Once data loaded from the Oracle, the relational database to staging area to the data warehouse, from here to we have some business intelligence tools to generate the reports. Business tool, intelligence tools, BI tools, we can call it as. Okay. So I just mentioned it as a BA tool.
Um,
Okay. So from here, the data, whatever we have in a data warehouse, this business intelligence tool utilize this data and it is going to be generate the reports here. Sorry. It is going to be generate the report here, whether it is a business users report, whether it is a customer users reports, and whether it is like whatever the product information report, whatever the reports we get by using the business tools. This is the process regularly what happens when you are working with the insurance, when you're as a customer, as a insurance, as a banking, right? So whatever the report you are getting from the bank, whatever the report getting from the insurance company, The process is happening, entire the process will be happening with like this only. Suppose as a employee, as a bank, as a IT employee, every month the bank logs in last working day, you will get a salary. How it is going to be? Okay, the data will be run, the jobs will be run end of the month, right? The jobs will be run, whatever the data from here to here, end of the month, job will be and run, and the execution process will be run, and the report will be generated here. The account లో మీరు separate గా manual గా మీకు మా అమౌంట్ ఇయ్యరండి. Okay, there is the ETL jobs which runs automatically every end of the month. There is a scheduled job. So they will take the data from the input, whatever the salary you have in your organization, that salary will be go and enter here. This data will be taken from the staging area to data warehouse. Here the data will be run here. If you are using credit card also, see, if your credit card date will be like 26th of every month, your date, billing date. Okay. If you did any purchase on the 26th, right, that data will be, that purchase will not be available in your credit statement of 26. Why? Every month, 26th, 9th, the job will be run from the data to capture from the Oracle to here. Whatever the transaction you did in application level, from here to here, the transaction, whatever happened till the 26th, that will be already loaded to the data warehouse. The report generation will be happening in the 26th. That is how the 26th, whatever you did, the amount transaction that will not appear in your statement. Because of this ETL process is already run on the 25th night. Okay, the data process will be happening on the every night. It will be scheduled, and actually it is scheduled for every night. Okay, this is what happens in the ETL process. That is why we need a ETL, extra transform load. Any doubts here in this process? Any doubts? Even it is whatever, even simple question also, that is fine. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Right? సింపుల్ ఏంటి, ఒక అప్లికేషన్ లో ఎంటర్ చేసిన డేటా రెగ్యులర్ గా ఒక డేటాబేస్ లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. బట్ ఒకవేళ కస్టమర్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్ ఓనర్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద బిజినెస్ ఓనర్, దే వాంట్ టు అనలైజ్ సంథింగ్, they want to get this through data into the some data warehouse, and you have to get the requirement data. Just a minute. So we have to get the all the required data. That data will be analyzed in the reports level. Okay. So these reports will be utilized for the customers to analyze things. Okay. So with this process, we do the ETL and BL test. So as a ETL tester, what we required in this process? Okay. So we as a this class, right, we are going to learn these tools. This is for the ETL. We have like around like 150 plus tools we have for the ETL process. But in our classes, we are going to learn the Informatica Power Center. Informatica Power Center. Okay, this is the tool we are going to learn as part of the ETL. Okay, here for the Informatica Power Center, we are going to work with the some development part also. Okay, we are looking into the development so that it is easy to work as a tester. Okay, so you will work with the testing part also easily. So how we are going to develop this process from the Oracle to staging to data warehouse, how we map the data from the here to here, and how we develop the sessions and the workflows. We will have all those things. Okay, those things we are looking to the ETL tool like Informatica Power Center. Why we are recommend to Informatica Power Center means like there is 80% of the organizations are using this tool on this ETL tool. That is why we are recommending this tool to learn. Once you learn this tool, right, so you can work with any other tool. We are dealing with the ETL process only. That is what ETL testing only, right? So if you know this tool, so you will work with the any other tool. Okay, this is Informatica Power Center we are going to. And as part of the ETL testing, not only we are focusing on the ETL testing training, we are also focusing on the BA testing because as you know, like this is very important how the reports going to be generate. Okay, once after all done with the data warehouse process, okay, once all we learn with the data load from the this Oracle to the data warehouse, we also want to know how the tools are going to be work. So BA tool also we are going to look like some development part. That is what Cognos is the tool. Okay, this tool we are going to learn how we are going to generate the reports. Okay, how we are going to develop the reports, how we are going to generate the reports, and also how we are going to cross verify this report against the database. Okay, so we are focusing on the from report to database. In some cases, we have to work with the application to the report as well. Okay, so that is why our classes, our tutorial is focusing on the Cognos side also, like BA tools. Okay, so ETL tool we are going to learn as well as the BA tool we are going to learn, so that we will work like all-rounder performance. Like it is a here we can say like ETL tester. You have to work as ETL tester. This part is known as a BA reporting test, BA report testing. Okay, this is also BA reporting testing. And also we are focusing on the SQL pattern. Okay, SQL part, this is what like SQL. Okay, we are learning the structured query language also. So structured query language makes you that, so if you see the structure, right? So we are from starting onwards, we are dealing with the Oracle and the, whatever the database, right? So if you want to know more about this database, right, you have to know the SQL part. Okay, so we are learning the SQL more, so that we have to know the SQL more. That is why we are learning the SQL also. We have included our concepts like SQL. Okay, and then as you know, like we are loading the data from the Oracle to the staging to the data warehouse. So what is the difference between this relational database management to data warehouse? That is also important, right? We have to know like what is the difference and what is the concepts available in the data warehouse. That is why we are focusing on data warehouse concepts. Okay, and also like once data warehouse, Informatica tool, SQL, Cognos, we done, and we are this is a ETL tester, so we have to know the manual concepts, manual tester concepts. Okay, test case writing, test scenario writing, why what is the defect life cycle, what are the types of models available in the testing. Okay, these are all we are going to learn. And also like this Oracle from application to data will be loaded in some Oracle database. In some applications, we will get the this from application to here, we get some data in the files format. We'll get in the file format. These files are going to be stored in the Unix environment. Okay, so to know the data which is available in the file, right, in a Unix environment, you have to know some Unix commands. To deal with the source files as a Unix environment, right, you should know some Unix environment, Unix command. That is why we are focusing on some Unix commands and Unix scripting. Okay, to run the ETL jobs, right, where you do not have access to the Informatica Power Center, we have to run through the Unix environment. That is why we are focusing on the Unix environment also, Unix commands and Unix scripting. Also, like once you know the ETL process, all this SQL, data warehouse, manual, and Unix command, right? We have to know how to write a test cases and test scenarios in a ETL process, right? So that is how. So we are focusing on the writing a ETL and BA reporting, test cases, test scenarios, and the test cases, and manually with their manually I will show you how to write the queries, how the database will. Okay, how the test cases will be, how the test scenarios will be. Okay, in the process, I'm going to write in your in my class, and I will show you how to write. Once you know this, right, you will write. You will able to write in a even like in a organization projects also. Okay, and also we are focusing on some two projects. One is insurance domain project. One is banking project. We are explaining the what is the architecture of the project so that you can explain that in the your interview level. So how your project was and how the data we used to load. Okay, how how what type of reports you used to get. Okay, and how the business wants these projects. Business looking at their perspective in this project. Okay, this project we are going to explain. Okay, this is what the concepts we are going to learn in this tutorial as part of ETL. Okay, so also I will let you know. Hello, any questions? I just want to know our format, right? So we have given you the some format. Anything is missing from here, I just want to know. So this is our classes where we are starting from. We are starting with the data warehouse concept, okay, and SQL part. What is so in SQL, right? So we are more focusing on the SQL because we have to learn the functions because everywhere if you see the structure, right, we are dealing with the SQL part only. Okay, in the staging or whatever the data flow from here to here, here to here we have to more focus on the SQL word because we have to make sure that whatever the data we are available with the source to staging and staging to target it is more right. It is as per the requirement or not. So that we have to write our queries as per the requirement and we have to check the data is available in the data warehouse. So that is why we are focusing on the SQL more. Okay. So SQL like we are mentioned like functions, joins, okay, group functions, subqueries, set operators, analytical functions. These things we are going to look into the SQL. And also I said like manual testing concepts also we are looking into. Okay. And manual testing as it's going to be waterfall agile model. Okay. Testing tools like HPLM, Azure DevOps, and ETL test concepts like how the test plan, test strategy will be there and writing the test cases. Okay. Test scenarios. Okay. And also as I said like BI testing. Okay, how to create a reports that how to so whatever the tool we are learning in the here, right, in the whatever like ETL Informatica Power Center and Cognos, we are looking at those tools in the development perspective, not the testing, on development perspective, so that is it easy to work when you go with the work as a tester. Okay, so development concepts we are going to learn in the Informatica and Cognos. As I said, like Unix commands and like introduction of Cognos IBM also, and projects. We are in the project. Okay, and the key points we are going to see like in a resume preparation for the I will give you the sample resume and interview questions, and also I will provide you the SQL part. Coming to the SQL part, I will provide you the document where we have like 100 queries. You where we have to write our queries. Okay, based on the data table structure. If you practice those things, right, you can write any query. As per my experience, I have prepared those queries. Okay, I will provide you those things so that you can write any query and it will be easy to understand the SQL things. Okay, also for the data warehouse concept, I will provide you the document. Okay, and this is what our entire uh, tutorial covers. Okay, any questions here? Any questions in this process? Hello? Let me know any question, even it is simple or whatever you think. Okay, let me know.
So, I have one doubt here.
Okay.
What will be the automation tools using ETL testing? Do we have any such tools?
So we
We
have
need
a
to
tool
automate
for
like
the
any case.
automation.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. We have a
Okay.
tool for the ITL automation, but still now it is not implemented correctly in all the projects. Only there is a
Okay.
less than 5% of organizations are using automation tools because there is a lot of things to be
Okay.
covered with the automation. See, like you will have like 100 tables. Okay. So 100 tables you want to taste from the here to here, right? So you can't do, there is no
Yeah.
similarity with the tables and column names and data types. Okay. So you can't make it as automate as you think. Okay, even there is a
Okay.
tool,
Okay.
I saw like Tosca, DI, and the query sets are the tools which they're saying like automation tools. But even though you do it automation, right, it's taking the same time what you do in a manual time manually. So even like
Okay.
and these tools are very costly, so organizations are not
Yeah.
preferring to use those tools nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, sir. Thank you. And
yeah.
also we are seeing like current tools, PyStart, such kind of automation tools. How it will be, sir, like it will be utilizing presently?
That is what like it is very utilizing currently. Okay, maybe
Okay. Okay, sir.
after some changes, after the latest
Yeah.
versions, we might have used, but it is not
Mhm.
now. It's going to be like two,
Okay.
3 years or 4 years will be there for the utilized to completely.
Okay. So if
Okay,
we need to accommodate that automation changes, so this knowledge will be helpful for
exactly.
to
This
learn
knowledge
more
very helpful.
quickly those kind of tools.
Yeah. See, remember, always tool is something like you are purchasing a new mobile. You just want to explore. You have to explore for. You have to spend 1 2 days if you know the basic concepts.
Yes.
Okay, so that is what is tools. Okay, so as my
Yes.
thing like so, if you know this basic concepts, how you are working as a ETL manual thing, right? As you have something like a
Yes.
automation experience or manual experience, you might have observed, right? So you know the manual concept, like
Mm.
doing the automation is very easy, right? So you know the
Yes.
process.
Yes.
So that is how the
Yes.
ETL tool, if the ETL automation tool came, right? So this will very helpful. 90% of work you know, only 10% you have to get to know.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? And regarding the jobs, right? No need to bother. Like business never going to be in, right? So whatever the business, whether it is
Okay.
automobile, whether it is banking, whether it is insurance also demand. Hospitality also a business, right? So business is never going to be in, and there is always a scope to improvement, right? So they want to do the
Yes.
analysis, right? So that this analysis will be happen every time. So there is, and
Sure.
even like a tester, right? So if you go with that Informatica Power Center developer, you will only work on the Informatica Power Center one. But as a tester, you can work with this process so that the tool you are no never mind about the tool or whatever the tool they are using, but you are focusing on the process. So you can work with any of the
Mm.
tool. So the opportunities are very huge when you compare as a developer.
Okay.
Okay, so no need to bother the
Okay.
opportunities. At least you will get 1 to 2 calls in the regular 1 week. Okay, even in each 1 week. Okay, so no need to bother
Sure.
about the opportunities. And salaries also same
Ah,
as you are already in industry level, right? So you might have know like there is no changes in the salaries. There will be in the tester between the developers if you are the highly talented and knowledgeable person.
sure, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions? Monica, Sushmita, Sujata.
No, we are good, sir.
Okay. Any questions? Let me know. No problem. We have
Yes, sure.
10 more minutes. Any questions here in the SQL part? What we are going to cover? See, SQL, don't bother about the SQL. Even like if you know that 30% of SQL knowledge, that is fine. Not no need of store track writing, and no need of like functioning writing, something like that. The three different functions only we are using. Just you have to know the functionality, how it's going to work. Okay. And store track, we are never going to write. Proper writing will be take care of the PLSQL developers. Okay, so that is like SQL part. Like so, I don't know the basic things also in a SQL. So how can I work? no need to bother about it. We are starting from the basics. Like if you look at our course like DDL, DML, DPL, we start our courses from here. Okay. So we are focusing on the basics first, then after that the functions and the jars and set operators and all those things. And 60% of our work in ETL testing will be on the SQL part. So where you focus on the SQL part, then it will be very helpful. Okay, every day, at least for 1 hour, your practice makes you perfect in the ETL testing. Okay,
Okay. Oh, yeah.
fine. If there is no questions, we can end up the session. Okay, fine. Okay, I will take it as no. Okay, no questions. Fine, then we can end up the session. Have a nice day, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.